Hi, I'm Chris Bullock. My wife Carolyn and I are owners of the Wandering Bull LLC. We're one of the country's largest Native American craft suppliers. We sell a wide range of products, including craft materials, contemporary art, and antiques. My parents started the business in 1969 when we were kids, running around at powwows. And more than 50 years later, our family business is still going strong. Today we're here to talk about walnut dyeing brain tan leather. So we're going to start off the walnut hulls. These are black walnuts, basically in a black walnut tree, and we're going to use the outer hull of these. When these fall off the tree, they are lime green, and over time they oxidize to be brown. When you pick them up and they're green, your hands are going to be black. So you collect them when they're green, put them aside, let them dry. They turn all hard, they're nice and hard. So we want the outer hull. And here's a pile of outer hull. Basically, you work that to that. This is the shell of the nut. So these are the shells, and there is the nut on the inside. The nut is edible, but it's tiny. Tiny compared to a regular walnut. So I got the full walnuts. I broke them down to this. This is the casing around the nut. We're going to be concentrating on this right here. So from this point here, I'm going to take it and I'm going to grind it into a fine powder. I got some powder in there, I got some hole in there still. I want to go a little finer. The finer it is, when you boil it up, it dissolves faster. Okay. So that nice powder, that's what you want, walnut powder. So, going to basically need a cup of the crushed walnut powder in a pan, and you're going to need a gallon of water. And you're going to heat this, you're going to boil it to the point where it boils, and then you're going to let it simmer and cool. This pan here is our walnut liquid, boiled and then simmered. It's at temperature, fingers are a little dark right there. This deer hide has been dyed once with walnuts. This deer hide has not. So you have that contrast. This could be dyed one more time, make it a little darker, and that's what we're going to do. I'd like it darker. So this is brain tan deer hide. It has been smoked. That's the brown. The same process with this hide here, but it's been dyed once in the walnuts. So basically, I got my liquid, and you can't put the hide in boiling water. You basically need it to the point where you can put your fingers in it and not burn your fingers. If you put this hide in boiling water, it's going to burn it. It's skin. This is skin just like our skin. So you want to be careful with that. So I'm going to submerge this guy. I want to get equal and even coverage. So we boiled the cup of crushed powder and the gallon of water, got it to the boiling point, cooled it off. Now it's warm enough I can put my hands in it. My coverage is close. I'm going to put it back in. That one deer hide basically absorbed almost a gallon of water. Let's see what we got. Well, that's considerably darker. So once this guy dries, we'll basically have to work it, stretch it. It will dry a little stiff than the nice, normal, soft, supple brain tan. And the heat of the dye thickens the hide, like it does tend to shrink a little bit with that heat. So it gives it a little more body, gets rid of the kind of that nice, fuzzy, fluffy brain tan appearance. So walnut dyed brain tan. So this is a whole hide. It's going to take several hours for it to dry. As it dries, I'll keep working it to make it nice and soft. And you see this area here. So this has been, see where the lighter color is? That lighter color is still the scarf skin, or still the epidermis is still in place, and that's where the hair follicles stick in, and the walnut dye did not penetrate that area. So that needs to be scraped off in the tanning process. You see a little bit more right there. For the projects that I'm going to do, make black shoulder bag or knife sheath, this is ideal. Nice consistency, heavy weight. So we're going to set this aside and let it dry, and I'll work it till it's nice and smooth, soft. Obviously this is a messy process. What you get the dye on, it's going to make a mess and stick and stain brown. So we did the hide, we got that soak in, we dyed that for the second time, and what I want to do is concentrate on something smaller. I'm working on a nice small project that I've done a nice piece of quill work on, and I don't want to submerge the whole thing in the dye. Take my paintbrush and a little warm dye, and I'll just apply. It still has to be warm, not boiling, but then I can apply the dye right to the hide on a nice smaller project. So it's worked very well. I've had great results with this, and you might need to add 2 coats to it. And we'll apply some on this side. So you don't need to ground up a whole cup worth of walnut powder in a gallon of water. You can basically use, a half a cup, put in a little powder at the bottom, heat it in the microwave till it's all boiling, and bring it back out, and basically just use your old paintbrush and apply that dye. You're obviously not going to dye a whole deer hide, but you'll be able to get your project done if it's a knife sheath or a neck pouch or something. You can certainly apply the dye in this manner too. You don't need to submerge the whole hide into that gallon of water. Thanks for watching our videos. You can order supplies and learn more about Native American crafts by visiting our website, wanderingbull.com. On our Facebook and Instagram pages, you'll find weekly specials, a schedule of upcoming events, and interesting historical facts about Native American culture. We not only sell supplies, we use them ourselves, as you've seen in these videos. And if you ever need help with an order or a project, you can always give us a call at 1-800-430-2855. We'd love to hear from you.